Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to today's info session on ExFlow Travel Expense. We will cover 10 tips in 10 minutes. My name is Nemanja Blešić. I'm ExFlow application consultant and sign-up software, and I'll be your presenter today. I'm going to go off camera and let you focus on the content. Just a few guidelines for the info session today. Your Microsoft and cameras will remain off throughout the session. As a result, verbal questions will not be possible. However, if you have any questions, please use the chat feature. We will address your questions toward the end of the session. Keep in mind that everyone can see your messages, so refrain from sharing personal or sensitive information. The info session is being recorded, and you will receive an email later today with a link to the recording, as well as useful links related to topics from the session. Duration will approximately be around 20 minutes. This is where you can find the chat button in Teams if you want to pose a question for after the presentation is over, so we can cover them. The agenda for today's info session is going to be a short intro into ExFlow Travel Expense solution, and then we are going to dive into those 10 tips. So first, let's start with a brief introduction of the solution itself. Some of you already use ExFlow Travel Expense, while others may not be familiar with it yet. ExFlow Travel Expense management software helps your finance team digitize and streamline the entire expense reporting process, from logging receipts and mileage in the app to online approvals and archiving. The solution is accessible via an online portal or a mobile device, such as smartphone, tablet, or any other smart device. For example, users can easily capture receipts or enter mileage directly on their phone. You can also import credit card transactions, making it simple to reconcile expenses with credit card statements. Some key benefits include quick online approvals and real-time insights into the status of expense reimbursements. The app uses Google Maps to calculate distances and supports multi-stop registrations for mileage. You can also store receipts directly in the app. ExFlow Travel Expense supports per diem management as well, allowing you to manage and approve daily travel allowances with ease. In short, it automates and improves your expense claim process, enhances the user experience with both a portal and an app, eliminates paperwork, and is seamlessly integrated with Business Central. This first tip that we are going to cover today is showing you a calendar-based history. You have access to a calendar-based history view in the web portal, which is a simple, intuitive, and visual way to track your expenses and see exactly when they were reimbursed. Blue color shows you expenses that are approved but not yet posted, while green means they are completed and reimbursed. Just click on any entry to dive into the details. This offers a clear and convenient overview of all your expenses. Our second tip for today is regarding connecting a project to an expense report. If you are, for example, if you are heading out on a business trip for a project, you can easily create an expense report in the app or directly in the portal and add the project in that report. When you register an expense and link it to the report, the associated project and task will automatically be applied to all transactions within that report. So there is no need to repeat adding project and project task to every expense related to that trip. Just doing it once on an expense level will default those directly to all expenses added to the same report. Once submitted, The expense report gives the approver a clear summary. They can approve everything in one click, or review and approve or reject specific parts if needed. It's structured, smart way to see all expenses and saves everyone time. Tip number 3 allows us to specify converted amount for expenses incurred abroad. If you're traveling abroad and paying with your own money or card, you now have the flexibility to specify the actual amount converted by the bank, meaning it is no longer limited to exchange rate in Business Central. You have control over it. This means you can enter the exact amount charged by your bank. For example, if you pay 10 euros or 10 US dollars and your bank statement shows the conversion that is different than the amount on your bank statement after the bank applied the exchange rate, you can simply change it before you submit that expense. To ensure accuracy and control, the admins can set up deviation limits, for instance, allowing only 1 or 2% difference from the Business Central rate. It allows for more accuracy, less hassle, and fewer manual corrections for your finance team. Tip number 4, easy credit card processing. Use the simple and seamless credit card process to stay on top of your expenses. Just take a photo of the receipt, fill in any missing information that OCR in the app might have not caught from the receipt, and wait for the transaction to match to the bank statement transaction that is imported by your accounting team, or automatically imported if the automatic feed with the bank exists. We can see here on the screenshot that this particular expense is waiting for transaction to be matched against. The moment it is matched against the bank statement transactions important to Business Central, it will be sent for approval automatically without any extra steps needed. You can have automatic bank feed set up in your Business Central so that credit card transactions are imported on a daily or weekly basis, so that credit card holders can see those expenses directly in their apps and submit corresponding receipts. So it makes it very simple to handle from accounting standpoint and for credit card holders as well. Tip number 5, warning about duplicate expenses. You can track potential duplicates directly in the portal. This is an approver view that we are looking at now. An approver will see these yellow warning messages if an expense that is submitted by an employee looks similar to something already processed in the past. This is how the warning message would look like if we zoom into it. And then clicking on click to view would allow approver to see side by side the current expense being reviewed and an expense that looks similar to it that was already processed in the past, giving us more control over potential duplicates. Tip number 6. This short video shows us that as approver, we can review expenses by expanding to see more details, and after making sure everything looks correct, approving them all together with one single click in the top right corner on approve button. It also gives us flexibility to remove expenses we don't want to approve, we want to review later, or we want to reject that belong to the same report or to the same employee. The approval page in the web portal makes it easy to review and approve expenses quickly and efficiently. They are grouped by employee, and across different companies and countries, giving you a clear overview. Going on show details, as we could see in the video, expands all the details for every expense. Approve all with a single click allows us to approve them all at the same time without doing it one by one. We can deselect the ones that we don't want to approve, or if we prefer, we can approve one by one as we review them. Tip number 7, use employee profiles. You can unlock customization with employee profiles. In our latest release, we have introduced employee profiles, which allows you to customize the travel and expense experience based on roles or departments. For instance, you can set a rule that only expenses over $1,000 require a second level of approval, streamlining the process and ensuring it's role specific. You can also configure rules at the category level. For example, you can set reimbursement caps for different categories. You can hide irrelevant categories. As we can see here, car maintenance expense category won't be visible to employees that belong to sales employee profile. We can also automatically approve certain expenses upon their submission for specific employee profile. When it comes to approvals, you also have full control for each employee profile. You can select from multi-level workflows. You can define approvers based on amount, project, or department, or simply stick to the default policy if no customization is needed for specific employee profile. With profiles, you get all the flexibility you need without adding complexity. This ensures compliance with empowering your team to have full control of how travel and expense management solution should behave for each employee group. A few more examples where employee profiles can be beneficial. You might have a limit on the reimbursement for a gym membership. You can set the maximum allowed amount for that category. Another example is if your policy allows for a lunch expense of up to $30, you can see the threshold and receive warnings when that limit is exceeded as approver or as an admin in Business Central. When an expense exceeds the threshold, you will see a warning and see here on the screen keeping things efficient and on track. Something that we can see here in the example. Our next tip for today is showing us in this short video how to pin favorites. It is very useful if you are frequently visiting same destinations when you travel for work and when you need to submit mileage expenses for those trips. Once you find the necessary address, you can bookmark it, so the next time it shows on top of your search, so you don't have to search for it every time. The same applies if you are taking the same customer for lunch multiple times. You can bookmark their name and then select it the next time you take the same customer for lunch and you need to submit an expense for it. So it's available in multiple places in the system. Whenever you need to search for something, you can bookmark the result. Tip number 8 talks about additional fields that can be set up for users to use in their travel and expense management app or web portal. You can make expense reporting even more efficient with these additional fields. Those are custom fields that allow you to tailor each category, each expense category to their specific need. For example, under the food category that we have here on the screen, You may want to track the customer you dined with, but not have other irrelevant fields visible on this food category. With additional fields, you can ensure that only the information relevant to each category is shown to the user in the portal, keeping things streamlined and focused. These additional fields can also be linked directly to Business Central dimensions. So if you want to enable a specific dimension on a particular expense category, in this example, food, you can enable that to users so they can select dimension value when submitting an expense for that category. This integration ensures that your data flows seamlessly between the app and Business Central. Also in the app, those additional fields will dynamically adjust based on the category that is selected by the user, making it easier to capture the right details every time. Our final tip for today is file sharing. It shows in this short video that we can share files with travel and expense management application very easily from anywhere. We can share receipts and files, whether they are stored in our phone in a gallery of our photos, so we can upload easily the photos of receipts we took. Whether we have it as an email attachment, we can also easily share that file with travel and expense management solution and submit it for approval. We can even take screenshot of an email and submit it as part of the expense. So no matter where your receipts come from, the sharing functionality ensures that you can always stay organized and keep everything in one place. So those were our 10 tips for today. If you want to know more about travel and expense management solution, you can visit our documentation platform to explore the user manual. If you don't yet have an ExFlow Travel Expense solution, feel free to visit our website for more details. Also, the solution is free for up to 3 users. It's ideal if you want to try it out or if you have a smaller team and try using it. After the call, you will receive an email with links and additional details, along with the recording of today's meeting. If you have any questions or you want to know more, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We also have upcoming info sessions similar to this one. In October, we have a session focused on ExFlow reference and purchase codes. In November, we will focus on ExFlow coding rules. The link to register will also be included in the email you will receive after the session. If you have any questions about any of these info sessions, feel free to contact us. And you will also have the link to previously recorded info sessions. So if you want to watch some of the previous ones, you will be able to access them from the email you receive. We can now open the floor for any questions. I will check our chat function to see if there is anything that came during the presentation. And we can stay on the call for another few minutes to see if anything comes. If not, if something comes to your mind, feel free to reach out to us and we'll be happy to answer or schedule a full demonstration of travel and expense management solution. If you're already using the solution, if you have some additional questions, feel free to use the support portal to submit your inquiries. I don't see any questions in the chat. So I'm assuming we can wrap it up for today. Let us know if you have any questions or if you would like to see the solution more in depth. Thank you.